And it's not automatically. No, it is coming up. Excellent. Hey, chat room. Hi. Good morning.
Yeah, oh, wait. I know how we can test it.
Hello, chat room. Hi. Aha.
Okay, that worked.
That worked. That popped up. Thank you, lovely.
Booyah.
That's beautiful. Mwah. Appreciate that.
Mwah.
Rod's here. Faz here. Hi. Everybody, you can hear us okay? Everyone can hear? Actually, I was quite surprised my Twitch settings hadn't changed, which is good. You know how Twitch decides every now and again that it's going to reset everything back to default?
Oh, yes.
I was kind of waiting on that. And I logged in and I was like, yeah, anonymous cheerer, thank you for the bits as well. It's lovely. Thank you. Yeah, so at least all that's there. Okay, everybody, can you hear this one?
Coffee is my blood.
The most important one. We have coffee. Yes, you can hear it. Is the level sound okay for both Chris and I? Are we okay? I'm going to assume everything sounds good. Good, because I've not touched anything. This is, except of course, I went to play, what was I doing? I went to play you the intro. No, this was before we got in the call. I was testing, I had audio, I had my, coffee is my blood was working, but I go to play the intro and it's not coming through in my ears, and I was like, what's going on? So somehow, and I'm not really sure, but my audio switched over to the graphics card. So it was coming through the main channel of being NVIDIA, which I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
No. We want voice meter. It's like, ah. But for about 10 seconds, I was like... It's always something. Anyway, it's all good. Okay, so I think we've got everything that we need. You guys can hear us, which is good. You've got your coffee. I've got coffee. I'll drink coffee for
You've
both
got
of
coffee, no coffee, because then I'm going to bed.
Yeah, so I'll drink coffee for both of us, which...
Please do.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, well, I think it's nearly 9 o'clock my time, which means it's 7 p.m. Eastern... somewhere. Wherever
right.
7 p.m. Eastern
Over
is. There. Alright.
2 hours ahead of me.
That's it. Alright, everything's muted. Alright, I think we will do this. So you ready? Everyone's ready? Okay. In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Whatever it is you enjoy about the World of Warcraft, we have a challenge for you.
Adventure.
Crafting.
Murder.
Flowers.
This is the WoW Challenges podcast. And here's your host, Leeta.
Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. This is episode 266. Today is Saturday, July 31st, 2021. I'm your host, Leeta. Joining me this week is Chris. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for joining me.
Hi. Of
Hi.
course, always.
Hi. Well, we've got lots to go into. What I want to do, first off, to say is apologies for no show last week. I have been quite sick with a nasty flu muscular virus thing. So I started feeling better yesterday. Still not quite 100%, but much better than I have been. So apologies why there was no show last week, because physically I could not do it. I spent, I think, probably 7 days out of the last 10 days in bed. It's been a bit rough. So yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there and just say, yeah. So sorry, apologies for no show, but being sick
from us,
sucks.
no apologies needed, and we are glad you are feeling better.
I am feeling better. Definitely, yes. It is cruddy when you're feeling sick. 7 days in bed. No, not that kind of thing. But yeah, it's been a particularly nasty. There seems to be a set when I was talking to both the doctor and my boss. There's lots of different viruses on top of obviously COVID and everything else going on, and it's winter over here, so of course, you know, it's high, well, prime time for your flus anyway. So yeah, it's been particularly a nasty one. They said there is many different strains of the flu going around, not just the COVID stuff, but just normal flu, and then there's a whole heap of variants of that going around. So whatever it was that I had actually was in my muscles, so it was like muscular just muscle soreness that just wiped me. So yeah, but anyway, I'm better. I'm sitting up. I'm here. So yeah. How are you? Did I ask you that? How are you?
Well, I didn't have any of that, bless you.
Yay.
I know you felt absolutely awful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I just work and more work.
Work. Exactly.
Work.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what you do, and, you know, it's just slow down. Sometimes you just can't, though, so I understand that. But you know what? Don't forget, I had this. I don't think I showed you guys this.
Oh, you have? Oh, yay!
So, that's my little Chris. That was for the wedding.
The little Nort shark.
The little Nort and
Dang
the
it,
little
yes. And made me Nort.
Major Nort. So, yeah. So, there we go. You've got that. I thought that'd cheer. Make it very,
That is best. I
very
love that
cute.
little guy.
That was the best little shark we could find.
Hey,
So-
I will take any shark. Any shark is a good shark.
Yes, exactly. Is it still Shark Week, or was that last month?
No, man, sadly it's over. But
It's
I
done.
taped like every new episode, and
Of course
I
you
got
did.
enough shark episodes that I can, at least get little nibbles here and there. Nibbles.
Nice.
Yeah, nibbles.
Nice. Nibbles, yes,
Shark
exactly.
tastings.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to call them shark attacks anymore. It's shark negative encounters. That's what they would like you to call them now. I said, no,
Really?
Yeah. They don't want
Oh.
you to use shark attack anymore.
Okay.
So I said they're more like shark tastings,
Mm.
and they didn't like that. So yeah, they want you to call them negative encounters. I'm like, dude, don't PC a shark.
Mm. Wow. Negative.
Negative encounter. Yeah.
Counters.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
it really is a tasting. That's how they do everything, was just with their mouth.
Well, that's right. I mean, they don't know if we're a seal or a, it's
Right?
what they
We're
do.
But even I'm too bony for them, and I am not a tiny woman.
Yeah. Well, this is why I don't like swimming in the sea. And I
You're
don't.
in Australia. That is actually a very wise move.
I have always had an issue with like, I don't mind going to the beach. I'm not a huge fan of sand through my toes. It's one of those textures that just has always kind of found it. I don't like it. But swimming in the ocean itself has never been something that I've enjoyed doing, because you're going into their territory. So
Because sharks.
yeah, exactly. The same as up north. So I used to live in North Queensland for a fair chunk of my life, and the places like Rockhampton and Mackay and Townsville, which is all far north Queensland, we have crocodiles. And one of the things you don't do is you don't go swimming in rivers, so estuaries. And there is reported, I can remember growing up as a kid, and even still now, especially in certain places, that there are big crocs up in Rockhampton, off Mackay. My brother lives in Mackay. They've had sightings of crocs just near where he is, and he's on the beach, but they've got some estuaries around him. It's, you just don't.
Is that like
don't
a look
do that.
twice before you jump into a swimming pool kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, our swimming pools, okay, except for every now and again there might be a cane toad in there. Don't get me started on cane toads and mum. That is a
Or
whole...
a drop bear?
Drop bears will always be everywhere. Everywhere. Anyway, swimming in the sea, you're not at the top of the food chain. That is very true, sir. Yes. Rod said, land of the spiders, snakes, and sharks. Over here, only small birds. Yeah, so, it's just one of those things. Nature is nature. You just gotta be, what's the word? Not kind to it.
Respectful.
Thank you. Respectful of that. So, absolutely. But anyway, I digress. As I do. Okay,
As
so
you do.
what we're going to do is we've actually got... gonna do things a little different this week, because we've got a fair bit of stuff that needs to be discussed. So it's kind of going to be a bit of a heavy show. But we might start off with, we'll go straight into the news. So where's my little bumper? Here it is. Let's do this one.
Breaking down news from the world of Warcraft.
And Rogue Slayer. If you've not seen, Rogue Slayer has just moved into a new place. It's looking fantastic. Some on the Cape somewhere. I don't understand.
I saw that. It's gorgeous.
They're unpacking, so sending all the best to Rogue Slayer, and hope her and her wife are doing well. They seem to be. She looks really happy, so that's really good. Okay, so let's start off with a couple of things. So Darkmoon Faire. Let's start off with the yay! Darkmoon Faire is back tonight, tomorrow, for those of you that want. Whatever wherever you are in the world, it's August 1st to August the 7th. So for me, it'll start this afternoon. Normally, I think it's about 5 p.m. my time. It kind of kicks in. So Darkmoon Faire, as we know, is fantastic for our challenges, except for Bloodthirsty. Sorry, Bloods. Don't waste your quests on the Bloods, taking them there. But if you're starting off, new passy, new irons, that kind of thing, go down to Darkmoon Faire, get your tickets. We love the tickets. Get your Darkmoon storage box and get some gold. Like, that's yay. So Darkmoon Faire this week. So utilize it if you can. Now, there was another thing that both Fair and I think it was Zaya had said there was an issue. I think it was actually Jang, am I correct? Had an issue, lost a tune to it. Anyway, correct, yes. Okay, it was level 59 or something. Commiserations, Jang. However, and this is what Faire sent me, so I'm going to read it word for word just because it makes more sense. Passy Rogue, yes. So at level 58, the Outlaw Rogue gain an ability through evasion, which can proc the attack main gauche anytime you dodge an attack. So it is possible for such a toon to actually kill mobs even if the player does absolutely nothing. That's a huge concern. So be very careful with Pacifist Outlaw Rogues or switch to another spec. So apparently, thanks to Jang for discovering the problem, Stir and Zaya for tracking down what is actually going on. Other rogue specs do not have the main gauche, is it gauche? Abilities.
I think it's gauche.
Gauche. Okay.
I think. I'm not sure.
It is the mastery skill for outlaws. Alright. So, like, again, obviously, for anyone else, this is not a problem. But on a pacifist, as a rogue, you know, if you're not doing anything and this kicks in and you kill a mob, as Jang unfortunately found out, you get a kill, and that's it. Like, for most of us, one kill, we're done as a pacifist. So huge commiserations. That is such a crazy thing to have, but again, if you're on a normal toon or an iron or even a blood, it doesn't make any difference because you can kill stuff. So yeah, but definitely Faire says yes, at level 58 this happens. So it doesn't happen at 57, it kicks in at 58. So yeah, he noticed it and that people could figure it out. Yeah. So thank you for letting us know, guys, because honestly I would probably be in a fetal position if I was at 58, 59 and had that happen. It would just, it's rough, absolutely rough. So commiserations, huge commiserations to Jang. Rogues often like to be outlaw for the find treasure ability. Yep. Pretty sure it came out as a bug with patch 9.1 called Evasion Rank 2, Stir says. Okay. Faire says, but swap spec at that point, which is obviously a good plan. I think hit 50, as soon as you hit 58, swap spec, or swap spec at 57. So yeah, so see how you guys go with it, but thank you for giving us the heads up. Thank you for the information. We do appreciate it, and it's to try and keep everyone safe, especially on Pacifist. And now that Darkmoon Faire is starting as well, and you want to start a new Pacifist, it is a good time to, to do it. Because passies are fun, aren't they? We know.
Passies are the best.
We have so much fun on passies. They're great. Alright. So that is the first bit.
Although I must admit, when I read it, I read Eurovision, and I'm like, since when do rogues have Eurovision? Yes, I'm a little sleep deprived.
That's a good one, Eurovision.
It's like just whip on a silver outfit and start singing? Is this what Eurovision is?
Disco ball, sparkles.
Yes!
Yep.
Netherlands, go Netherlands.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Okay, well, thank you very much for the information again from Faire, Zaya, Stir, and commiserations to Jang too. So yeah. Okay, alright. So let's get into some of the heavier stuff that has happened this past week or so. There's been a lot of stuff going on, particularly this last week, obviously. So for those of you guys that don't know or have not seen it, don't know what's going on, there has been a lawsuit that has been brought against Blizzard and Activision. There is a lot of information online. I didn't actually grab the link to it, but I'm sure you can find it. There's information on Wowhead. I know that there's lots of places that have the information about it. Pertaining to discrimination, sexual harassment. There was a whole lot of stuff that went on. So if you're not aware of it, you can certainly go and read about it yourself. The statement that was put out from us as the admin of WoW Challenges, I'm going to read it to you because I think it pertains to certainly what's going on and what has happened, and I want to discuss that a little bit. So the statement that I put out was, in light of the recent allegations being brought against Activision Blizzard, we want to say that we here at WoW Challenges are bitterly disappointed in a company we have always held in high regard. It is wrong for anyone to be discriminated against, whether that is due to gender, color, etc. It is 2021. And all businesses need to be better at weeding out this despicable behavior. For those people that feel the need to leave Blizzard Games, and for those that stay, we say, whatever your decision, do so with all your heart, what is right for you. Please know WoW Challenges embraces all people, and we welcome anyone to be part of our community. Now, I just want to touch on that to say that obviously, you know, there is discrimination, and it's not just, it goes on everywhere. I can only speak on behalf of myself when I say that I've seen it, I've been witness to it, I've been on the receiving end myself, both through playing WoW, playing just games, at work. I deal with it on nearly a daily basis at work. So because people being people think that you're a female and that they can, particularly male customers, if they're not getting their point across, you know, they can be quite nasty and quite rude and quite not very nice. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I have seen, and I've definitely dealt with stuff over the years within WoW itself. So it's not just to, what's the word? I have seen it also happen to other, like to male gender, you know, to other people. There's a lot that goes on. So we just want to say that a lot of people have left WoW and chosen to not play, you know, go play other games and all that sort of thing. So we would just want to say, for those of you, you make your own decision what you want to do. If you want to play WoW, play WoW. If you want to play Blizzard games, play Blizzard games. If you don't, you don't. Like, whatever your choice is, let that choice be yours, and only you can decide what is right for you. We here just want to say, hey, look, we've got a wonderful community. We have some fun with what we do. We play WoW. We do the challenges within, you know, World of Warcraft itself. But if anyone wants to come and be part of this community, then we're welcome. We have always said that the biggest rule for being part of our community is don't be a dick. That's it. Doesn't matter what race, what gender, what color, whatever. If you're a dick, you're gone. But other than that, we embrace everyone. So yeah, we just wanted to put that out there and just say that, you know, again, for those that are still here, still playing, still, you know, enjoying the game or the challenges, then we say thank you. And for those that choose to not do it anymore, then, you know, the choice is yours, and we say good luck, and hope you have, you know, find some fun somewhere else in whatever that you're doing. Respect for all is the key. That's true. And yeah, Nisi's correct, it's not limited to gaming technology industry at all. It happens right across, doesn't it, Chris? Right across all
Daily.
walks of life.
Daily.
Admittedly, I would say as a female, we probably do see it very regularly. I can't speak on, you know, but I know it also happens the other way around for some males. Like, there is a lot of discrimination and harassment and all sorts of things across lots of different things. So we just, you know, why can't people just be decent? So obviously, very, what did I want to say? It's gone. This thought. I do want to just say that one of my personal feelings about all of this, once I read it, is, you know, we are bitterly disappointed in the company, but at the same stage, you know, I think a lot of people, a lot of us, we hold them up here, you know, and they are but people. So, and how the mighty do fall, as they do say. So just please try and be decent to yourself and to other people. I think that's the main thing. Respect yourself and respect other people. That's, I guess, the big part of what I want to say. But for those that are still out there playing, like, enjoy. Come have some fun. Come try a challenge. So, yeah. Anything you want to add to that, Chris?
No, I agree with Sir. That not only make your own decision. If you're going to leave the game, absolutely. You have our best wishes forever. If you decide to stay, then absolutely that's the right choice for you. But also respect that not everybody's going to have the same choice that you do. And just because it may be different than yours, it doesn't mean it's wrong. So everybody needs to make the decision for themselves. Dee and I have just decided we're going to stay. You know, I was really excited. You know, we didn't talk about our weeks in WoW, but I did do the current storyline. And I believe, unless I'm completely wrong, the new cinematic was written by a woman who is still at the company. And I wanted to celebrate her story and how proud she was of that cinematic that they put out. And you know, hear their voices and respect that, you know, they have stories to come and tell. I too, you know, I am a woman and my son is biracial. So we see this daily in our lives in many different ways. And I am so grateful that they stepped forward and spoke. We demand that they do better. Do better.
Yeah.
Now. Immediately. Listen to those who are speaking and don't speak for them. And, you know, just don't be a dick. Don't ever be a dick.
Exactly. I think that's the biggest thing. We can't speak for these people, and at the same stage, you know, one of the things about staying and playing, like, for some of us, well, I guess for a lot of people, even those that have decided they no longer want to play, is we have put in years to the game, to our characters, to our tunes, to, you know, to all of that. And, you know, by one to walk away, that's a personal thing again, but there are a lot of people that work at Blizzard, and there's a lot of people that have done absolutely nothing wrong. They're just doing their job, and those people will get affected by all of this, with people walking away from the game. So again, you know, you do what you feel is right for you. None of us can speak as to what that is. I will still be here playing WoW, I guess. I can't see me not. It is a game that I still love the game, and it's good that I've got many different things that I can do within that game, like you know, kill off an iron, drown a pacifist, you know, all those kinds of things.
Not that one. No, skip that one.
Yeah, these things do happen. But again, you know, we just want to say that whatever decision that you make, we wish you well for those that go, and look forward to those that stay, of hearing your adventures as you go along your journeys, especially with the challenge tunes that you're playing. So alrighty, so that's the first big thing that I wanted to talk about. The second big thing that I want to talk about has been, it's been coming for a little while, and I would have discussed it sooner, but between a wedding being sick, there's been a lot going on. So first off, let me read the statement that I put out a few days ago. There is a blog post up on the website. I have also done a great big banner that is on the front of the website. So if you don't know what's going on, let me read this. Okay, so dear challengers, since Shadowlands was released, we have encountered issues with the challenges like no other time in WoW Challenges history, and specifically the tracking of them. Not only has Shadowlands caused headaches with the level squish and the introduction of chromie time, we have had many real-life issues due to the pandemic impacting the lives of many of the WoW Challenges team. So, with a heavy heart, the WoW Challenges admin have decided that all challenges, except for Iron Man, Bloodthirsty and Pacifist, solo challenges will no longer be tracked or officially celebrated. This is effective immediately. This is not to say that the other challenges may never return, just that the resources for tracking the main three of Iron Man, Bloodthirsty and Pacifist are our primary focus. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and want to thank all who participate regularly in these challenges for your support and understanding. And that is from the WoW Challenges admin. So yeah, it's been a bit crazy. So let me get a little bit real. Since we had moved, since Stone had left, and even though he has come back on a temporary note, he's dealing with a lot of stuff himself, as many of us IRL is it has been crazy the last, what, 12 months, 18 months. It's with everything that's going on. So, with him handing over the reins, and even though he's back, he's not really around a lot, and that's okay. That's okay. We had brought on someone that we had hoped was going to take things from one level and take it through to another level, and unfortunately Alminia had to go due to some personal stuff, and in that time we had to find some people to come help. And Stone reached out to his friends and people that he knew, and we were able to get a few people to come over, which has been our code wardens that we've currently got. Now, unfortunately, between COVID with the pandemic has caused a lot of issues for people, for their situations, their real life, their work situations, all of that. And unfortunately, the wardens just have got their own stuff that they're dealing with. So for a lot of them, they've just not been able to do the stuff that needs to be done. And there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Shadowlands has created problems that we have never seen for the challenges before, because we had a level squish. We have the ability to be able to pretty much go anywhere and quest anywhere at any level. You know, we've never had that. So there's been a lot of changes to the code, and because people just haven't had time, they've had to deal with their own things, because COVID's creating havoc for work situations and IRL and family and, you know, health. It's just things aren't able to get done. Now, it's not to say I've reached out to as many people as I could that I knew. I've asked people myself, you know, do you know other people that can help us out? And unfortunately, there's just been no positive response. So it's kind of been a little bit deflating, upsetting, to say the least. So decisions had to be made. Decisions have to be made regarding what we've got. So hence why we decided to strip everything back to Iron Man is the basis of what we are. Iron Man has been, you know, WoW Challenges is the home of the Iron Man, which it always has been, always will be. Bloodthirsty and Pacifist came along, and I like to call that's our stable of three: Iron Man, Passies, and Bloodthirsties. It gives a good, you know, a good round. You want to go kill something, go play Bloodthirsty. You want to go pick flowers, you've got Pacifist, and if you want to, you know, just go quest and kill stuff, you've got Iron. So that's what we're going to focus on. Doesn't mean that you can't do the other challenges. If you want to give them a go, just there is no tracking for them. They will not be celebrated. So if you get to max, we've got no way at the moment to track them to verify, yay, you're green, you've done a clean run, all of that kind of thing. Teams won't be, same thing with teams. So all of that at the moment is basically, I suppose, suspended, because I'm not a coder. Guys, I'm not a coder. So and trying to find someone to code and to help out is all of mine, Stones and Stirs efforts to to find people is just at the moment is not coming up. So it's not to say the other challenges won't be back. They very well could be once we get some people to do some, or when the code wardens have time. So I had to go into WordPress, and everyone understands Nisi loves WordPress. I think as much as I do. Nisi and I really, really love WordPress. Not at all.
I'm like,
yes. So when we moved the site from the old WoW Challenges site over to the new site, we needed to do that. And Omnia was prolific in WordPress, so he suggested it was the best way to go. It was easier to use, the understanding, and that's why we decided to go that way. But unfortunately he's not here, and I know enough to do some of the basic stuff, but the website itself is not basic. Minia made it very complex, and at times I wish I could just strip it all back, but if I go in, I'll probably end up deleting the whole website. So at the moment I don't want to do that. So I have spent days just trying to sort some stuff out. So what I have done on the website, just so you guys get the heads up, I removed the add button, the add tune button, as best I could. I couldn't get it off every single thing, but I did remove it from a lot of the pages. So if you go into, say if you go into Green Man, I think now it is removed. It's not there. Because no, I haven't figured out how actually to remove, when you go to add the tune, you've got to do the drop down. I've been trying to figure that out. I have asked people for help, but no one has gotten back to me. So at the moment, I can only do so much. So there is a big add tunes button on the front page of the website. So if you want to, apologies, I can't figure out how to remove the drop down menu. So it just has Iron Passies and Bloods at the moment. I'm still trying to figure that out. If anyone is good with WordPress, please contact me. Please. It's like there's widgets and there's all sorts of things. I'm probably speaking double Dutch to a lot of you, but Minia has lots of things which obviously makes the site look really cute and does stuff, but it's trying to figure out the coding and then the other coding that goes in behind the website. Sorry, excuse me. And as I said, I'm not a coder, and neither is Nisi, and all we want to do is, do like a simple blog post. So if anyone knows of anyone that is, really good with WordPress, again, let me know, because I keep asking around and nobody seems to be able to help. So I don't know. And as much as Google is our friend, sometimes it's not. So yeah, so that's probably the biggest thing. I've tried to disable some of the other things on mental blank, sorry, on the rules. So all the rules are still up there. There was some sections that has got like add tune stuff that I've not been able to figure out how to disable them. Some stuff I did, It's so I know it's all of a bit of a mess, but if I remove one part, there's some stuff I can't hide. It won't let me to hide some stuff. It's either delete or not. And at the moment, I don't want to delete it unless I can save it, if that makes sense. So there's stuff there that I would just like to hide, but I don't know how to do it because it keeps only giving me options to say delete it. It's like, well, I don't want to delete it. I just want to hide it. I just don't want it to show. So
go away.
Yeah, so it's all a little bit of a headache, but like I said, it is what it is. So we're going to concentrate on iron, passies, and bloods. Now, for everyone that is already on lists or are doing tunes, again, look, my apologies. I don't know if we can get the challenges working in the future. There's no guarantee that even if you do a clean run, that with code, etc., it's going to come up green. I'm hoping that in the future that's how it will be, but until we can get some people to help out who have time for the code or the willingness or the passion to be able to do it, at the moment all I can do is go on. Iron code is working, the passy code and the blood is working relatively, so that's all I can do, guys. There's nothing else I can do about the rest of the challenges, so hence why it's being stripped back. So again, if there's stuff that you want to go and have fun with and try different aspects, good luck. But if you make it to max, there is no verification at the moment, so there's no official celebration on that from WoW challenges. So yeah. And again, like I said, it is with a heavy heart, because it's not something that we wanted to do. It's been a really rough situation between Shadowlands, coding, and people's IRL. These things happen. It's just kind of all turned into... There's no better word for it but a clusterfuck. That's the best word I can use for it. It's just been such a headache. So again, for everyone that is playing any of the other tunes, have fun with it. Go and try things and let us know. You can certainly tell us your journeys on it and what you've done and that kind of thing, but again, we're not going to focus on it for the moment until we can get some semblance of getting the code sorted. And there is a lot of code. I've not even seen the whole code. I have got all the code, but Stone gave me the code a long time ago. I have no idea. It looks like gibberish to me, to an average person, because obviously we're not coders, and it just makes no sense. So I can't just delve into something and just be like, okay, I need to change this little tiny bit of, for the challenges. It doesn't work like that. So I have asked the wardens a couple of things, if they can fix the drop down for the add tune thing. I will see. I'm probably not really holding out much hope because they all seem to be busy. If I can figure it out myself, I will keep looking, but like I said, there's a lot of aspects, and I feel like if I press one button, I might wipe out half the website. So if I do, maybe I'll just say I'm sorry right now. It's written in, there's all sorts of things. It's very custom. I'm just trying to think. It's codes written in I'm just trying to remember. SQL, PHP, and WordPress are the primary stuff. I have no idea what that means other than WordPress. That is the only thing that I understand. So again, like I said,
It's like you're speaking English, maybe, kinda.
I don't know this. I'm not a coder, and I will be the first to admit I don't know. So I'm flying blind on when I ask people, whenever I've asked the wardens to do stuff or anything in the past when we have had people who have been able to do it. It's just, I've just been able, I explain what needs to be fixed and they just go in and do it. So I don't know how to do that back end of it. So yeah. So if anyone does know of anyone who might be interested, certainly get in touch. Like I am constantly looking through my source of people that I know. I sent out some feelers to some mates that I have that know coders, and unfortunately I don't know. And again, I think the COVID and the pandemic has been a big part of it. As to people's, dealing with their own, with work and all sorts of things. It's like there's just been so much going on in the last 18 months that it's just been crazy. On top of that, obviously, Shadowlands has created a lot more issues than we anticipated for the challenges. Like, we knew there was going to be issues, but my goodness, it's like a double-edged sword. There's been some really great stuff that's come from Shadowlands. There was stuff that we were all like, yeah, this is looking bad, and here we are. We're, 19, 20 irons, maxes, so far, this expansion. But, it's just been a little crazy. So again, if you've got any thoughts, open to listening, again, get in contact with Stir or myself. You can have a chat to any of us. Send me a message on Discord, on Twitter. Talk to the mods if you can't get us, and they will pass on the messages. You can email me, like whichever. If you've got any thoughts, I'm all ears to any thoughts as to anything at this stage, because everything that I've tried, everything that we as admins have tried to do to fix it, to get people, it's just not working at the moment. So yeah. So I just wanted to be really brutally honest and upfront and transparent as to that. So no, the website's a mess. It is what it is. If I could wipe it and start again, I would, but at this stage I don't have the guts to, because I might never get it back. So I'm trying to work on little bits that I can fix, but it's hard because it's not easy stuff, and I think it's all the stuff that's been put in behind. It's like a jigsaw, but it's a really, really, really multiple jigsaw layer upon layer of jigsaw pieces. That's how it feels when I go into it. So, you know, one part that you're like, oh, it's over here, and it doesn't connect, and you're like, hang on, I'm missing something. So yeah, it is a very vast multi-layered beast, Nisi. That is correct. So yeah. Anyway, if you've got any thoughts, send them through. Like, let us know. But for the moment, we're just gonna go with our base 3 of being Iron Man, Pacifist, and Blood. Okay. All right. Now, I need coffee. Hang on, let me have a sip.
Right, seriously.
Sorry, guys.
How did you make it all through all that without drinking? Coffee is your blood.
I know. And I've just managed to spill half the coffee on myself. Good one, Leeta. Excellent.
Coffee is your clothes.
Coffee is like, yeah. Anyway. Alright. So that's all the heavy stuff out of the way. I did also want to mention that next week, I won't be doing a show next week. Mainly because it is my birthday weekend, and I'm not doing a show on my birthday. So
You pup.
So, mwah to you all, but, yeah, it's not like that. And not only that, it's also Nisi's birthday the very next day, and the last thing I need for Nisi to also be doing is, you know, modding and writing, you know, and editing YouTube and things. So, we're gonna have next weekend off.
And happy birthday to you both early.
Yes. It's always, I really like it because I always know when it's my birthday, Nisi's is the next day. So, you know, that's kind of good. It always does take a few hours to get through show stuff. Absolutely. I am getting better at editing. I can edit depending on, obviously, the length of the show and depending on if we drop out and I have to mash together like 3 things, but the actual editing for the podcast part, normally I'm getting faster at doing it. You would think after all these times but you know, sometimes you gotta make sure levels are right and all those sorts of things. So yeah. And oh, and definitely, yes, happy birthday, Nisi. Yeah, have a good week next week. So yeah, so no show next week. Alright. Okay, let's do wow, we're an hour in and it feels like Leeta's done talking. So you know what, let's do
You haven't breathed.
as I said, it's been a pretty heavy, intensive show because there's been a lot going on that we wanted to address, and obviously the stuff with the challenges and the website. So, you know, so for any of you that are still, if you're listening to the podcast at this point and you're like, oh, geez, hot damn, Leeta, stop talking. Now's the time. we're going to do chit chat, and then Chris, you're going to take that.
I gotcha.
All right, let's do this one. Where is it?
Hey yo, it's chit chat.
It's this hot. All right. Where's this bumper? Let's do this one.
It's Eddie's con.
All right, go for it.
So good. From Azzy's Pun Vault. My friend just hired a limo for $5,000, but it didn't come with a driver. Imagine spending all that money with nothing to show for it. Even when I know that one, it makes me nervous.
Hang on. What?
Exactly.
Oh, That's a cute one. I must admit, I do really love the cute jokes. There was one, oh damn it, oh now I can't remember. There was a really cute one that I heard yesterday. It was really cute. Now I
It'll come
can't.
to you 5 minutes after the show.
I know it will, and I'm just like that was quite good. Anyway, I see this is a problem. I didn't write it down. I don't write it down, and I forget. Anyway, all right. Let's do this one. All right, Dave sent us one in. Hey, Dave. I think he's back from his wrestling adventure trip thing that he did. So yay, Dave. All right. He says, "What does a gnome have in common with a goblin?" Very little.
That's good. Oh yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's cute. Hey, Dave.
Hello,
There he
welcome.
is. There he is. He's right there. Hey, Dave. Hey. How was your trip? I think it was pretty good. From what I saw of photos, I think he had a good time. So yeah. So welcome back. And thank you for that one. That was super cute. It was good. Good. ... That's... had a lot of fun. Alright. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. You had fun. Alright. We did have a question. Alright, you can take this one.
We did. It's from Marky Mark. Battle for Azeroth mission statement. They're wanting to know if it's an allowed quest to enter BFA for Bloodthirsty. And Zaya took this one for us and said no. You have to take the boat for Borealis and Stormwind or Zuldazar in Echo Isles in Durotar, the troll starting area.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I'm pretty sure, from memory, like, remember all the fun and games that we had trying to get tombs over there? But yes.
To the boat.
You can just hop on the boat, take the boats, that's fine. You can get there. So again, Bloodthirsty is limited with quests that they can do, and this is, you know, it's not how many quests you can do per level. This is from 1 to 60. So if you've got a minimum of keeping it to say 5 quests or 10 quests, I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of how many quests it is at the moment, but if you're limited to that, that means, you know, if you do one at level 5, then you don't have any backup. I mean, obviously, you just want to kill, but sometimes, you know, they're there just in case. So, 4. Yeah. So, thanks, Nisi. Before a flag. So, the least amount of quests that you want to do. And as we know, sometimes you can go and you think you might do one quest for particular things, and all of a sudden you get flagged, you know, because it's picked up 20 quests. Yeah, so I think unless it's on the allowed list. Exactly. So there's account-wide quests that, you know, are taken into account-wide achievements, that kind of thing. But there are things, I'm just trying to think of the quest, the ride one. You know, when you get, as a Bloodthirsty, you still get, you know, you hit level 10 or, you know, and it pops up, hey, go talk to, you know, here's this quest, go talk to the riding trainer, or go talk to your specific one. And as we know, so if you go and hand that in, that's one quest, but effectively it actually triggers more than that. You can go and learn riding without having to hand any quests. You just speak to the trainer and learn. Okay? Yeah, the learn to ride and fly quests, they trigger way more than you thinking, oh, I'm just going to hand in this one quest. there is other things behind it that will trigger much more than that. So so when you're bloodthirsty, you pretty much just want to go kill. You know, that's what it's about. It's about killing, not getting any, I was going to say, not getting any XP. That's not what I meant.
Might want a little bit XP.
I was too busy seeing, because my screen flashed up because Mrs. Rock it's like subscribed, and for some reason all I saw was, like, in my head was experience, and that's not the word. Mrs. Rock Guru, thank you so very much. Hang on, let me heart her, because I've got my cute little heart here, and I love my cute little heart. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Finally caught a stream for a change. Well, thank you. Welcome in. And it's good to see you. So, Waves. Yeah, I don't think the Learn to Ride quest gives XP. It's just a hand in, but it counts as a quest. And like we say, with Bloods, it's all about killing. So you've got 4 quests, which is for the the absolute. If you absolutely can't get, you know, a point, and you're like, oh, if I just do this one quest. But we do find one quest with some of the stuff can actually credit for more. So stay away from quests, basically. So, alright. Yeah. That's what was the point that I was going with. Take the boats.
Take the boat, don't quest.
Take the boats. You can hop on the boats, get across there, and go kill stuff. And as I'm gonna say, as Nisi would attest, and we know she loves BFA content, especially those yellow... No, it wasn't the stags. What was it? Yellow... Was it stags? Now I'm having mental blank. Nisi, what was it? The yellow things you were always killing on your bloods.
Was it boars?
Was it boars? I thought there was one that gave a little... No, it was stags, foxes.
Eggs, foxes, and river beasts.
I was saying... foxes was what I was specifically thinking.
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
I see, I always have this thing about stags, and that still goes back to the chamois that I did for the chamois... Was it the chamois contest? The chamois contest that we had... Oh, God. How many years ago was that? And I got punted by that damn stag and died. So I've never been a fan of stags. I've always just, you know, I've just been like,
Skin 'em
no.
all.
Yeah, exactly. So it's roasted river beast. Does sound quite nice. I could totally go that stir. Yeah, absolutely.
Birthday dinner.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you this thing. My mother says to me, she's like, oh, it's your birthday next week. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, we're not making a cake for you. I said, she's like, I hope you're making your own cake. And I'm like, oh, of course. Of course I'm making my own cake, as if I would expect.
I don't know if you want anybody else to actually make your cake.
Well, considering my efforts yesterday with the baking, it just...
Hey, I would have eaten it 1,000,000%.
Look, I will say this. I think I know what went wrong. Yesterday I did a baking day, guys. I've not baked for like 2 weeks because I've been sick. Trust me, one, my family is like, oh my God, you're baking. Thank God we don't have any food. We have got 3 pantries, all full of food. Admittedly, it's store-bought, but there is cakes. There is, you know, there is chips, there is lollies, there is biscuit, there is, you know, your usual pastas and all sorts of things. They're full. we always have flour. We always have, you know, sugar. We always have, like, cocoa powder. There's heaps of stuff. And they're like, my God, thank God you're cooking because we don't have anything to eat. This is my family.
I'm sorry, they were starving, yes.
And I'm like, yeah. So I decided I was going to make macarons, which I'm trying, never successfully. Really done them. God, they're finicky little bastards. And I was doing a practice of, I had this chocolate recipe that I wanted to convert into gluten-free. So I've got, my family has issues, so a lot of stuff I'm making to gluten-free. So I made the chocolate cake. The chocolate cake itself was good, but I wanted to layer it and make a 3-layered cake. So I made up a ton of buttercream. That all did not work, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why, but I think I figured it out. Dad, my father, God love him, because he'll be like, I'll get you some unsalted butter, daughter. And I'm like, yes, I always need unsalted butter, Dad. Like, always. So he goes and buys this caterer's tub that says it's unsalted butter. So I look and go, it's unsalted butter. Excellent. I'll use that. And I used that to make like 1/2 kilo of buttercream, which is a lot. Can I just say, that's a lot of buttercream, which all did not quite work out. It was very runny. And it turns out that this butter is not actually butter. It's like this cheapened version that's got vegetable oil and like all this other stuff in it. And I just went,
Oh my God, it was like margarine, huh?
it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Exactly. So it turns out, like, it has got butter in there, but it must have, I don't know, it must have like, you know, and it's just, so the butter.
So it tastes like butter as the oil ruins all your buttercream?
Yeah. So, but I still can't figure out what actually went wrong with the macarons at the moment. So, because there's no butter in macarons, so, you know. Anyway.
That's just because they're pesky little butters.
Oh, it's like souffles and, you know, all those things that they're very testing me. Anyway, what was my point? I've lost my point again. Yes. So after yesterday's effort, even though the family are like, well, we don't care, it tastes all right. Of course it does. It's full of sugar. Like, it's all full of sugar. So yeah, I have to reevaluate what I'm going to to make. So I've got two thoughts for birthday cake. One was going to be chocolate with possibly some kind of caramel. Otherwise, the other one is going to be white chocolate and raspberry. Both are very nice. And I always like my Tim Tams, but my sister can't have Tim Tams. So I know it's my cake, but it's no use me making a cake and my family can't eat it. So I have to think of what they can eat as well. So yeah. So there's my thoughts at the moment. We will see. We will see what happens with it.
You figure out how to make a gluten-free Tim Tam and you will be a gazillionaire.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. There is a gluten-free version. It's not Arnott's. And it's okay. Like, it's not quite the same. So, Death by chocolate, absolutely. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway. Alright, I think we got everything. I think we've covered everything. Guys, have we covered? I think we've covered everything.
I don't think there's anything we missed.
I think we've covered everything. So, if I have missed anything, apologies, let me know. Throw it in the chat room now. Hang on, let me read back to see. Yeah, Nisi says, regarding the bloodthirsty, I consider them as a buffer in case you forget you are on a blood for a minute. Which does happen. Done it myself. Except I think I did it the other way around. No, I didn't. I have done it both ways around, where I thought I was on a blood, but turned out I was on an iron. And the other one where I thought I was on an iron and turned out I was on a bloodthirsty. Yeah, done that. Done that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Ooh. That's a good idea for a t-shirt. Okay. Alright, what else do we have? Been holding, Mrs. Rockuru says, been holding on to the Prime sub for ages. Aww. Hi, you. That's very sweet. Thank you. Stir's too busy thinking about roasting Striders and River Beast. I can see. So that sounds good. What else? I think we've got.
All
Okay.
this talk about cakes made me hungry.
I'm sorry. Well, you know what? I'm not sorry. You know that. You know I'd share with you.
The thing you think is a disaster.
I know. Well, I did make this white chocolate and kakadu plum ganache, which was quite nice. So there are some of the macarons that have got this little decadent bit of ganache in it. So yeah, but I could only put together 5. The rest are all in bits that I just said to the family, and Mum's like, these are okay. And I'm like, no. She's like, no. I'm like, okay, she's happy. That's fine. Alright, okay, well, if we've covered everything, I think we can go on to let's close up the show and Iron Elites. Hit me with them. Who have we got?
Iron Elites. We would very, very, very much like to thank the following individuals. Without you, none of this would be happening. We have Alejandros, Awesome Trousers, Boz, Sal, Chupa, Dave the Hunter, Execute, Scrolling Fair, Gaston, Chris W., Laren Ramar, one day I'm not going to butcher that name, Leeta, Mr. Bright 01, Mers, Charming, Nisi, Rude, Stir, Stone, Swing Cat, Tiber, aka Tiber, Wynema, Zaya, and Zorts.
Thanks, guys. Oh, look, I forgot to put my little heart on. Heart you all.
Hi, Jill.
So yeah, we just want to say thank you very much for your support. And again, and if that changes due to whatever reason, just want to say to those Iron Elites, thank you very, very much. We do greatly appreciate it. Alright, from Stone Stir and myself, we want to thank our awesome and amazing mods for all the things that you guys do. It's truly, I know from me, and I might say this if not every week, every second week, but seriously, thank you for the things that you do, because it really does make my life easier when I've got people keeping eyes on other things, because life is crazy, as we know. So yeah. So to Awesome Trousers, Boz, Execute, Fair, Chris, Nisi, and Zaya, thank you guys. Seriously, you all rock. So thank you. Thank you to our Twitch people here, everyone in the chat room. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. It's been lovely to catch up with you again. Sorry about being sick for next week. And sorry for next week because I'm not going to be here. But it's my birthday. And, well, basically, I'm not sorry for that. So, yeah. So I just want to say thank you for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. So we will be back on Saturday, August 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if there's anything there. Also, I thought, I forgot to put it in the show notes, but it just popped into my brain right now. If anyone wants to come and have a discussion about how they're going with playing WoW, with the challenge tunes, etc., please let me know. We're always happy to have people come have a chat. We like to hear people's experiences. And otherwise, it's just pretty muchly going to get me all the time, which would be pretty boring. Me all the time.
Honey,
it's pretty
you
boring.
are not boring.
So if there's any of you out there listening to the podcast, any that's in Twitch chat at the moment, send me through a message if you'd like to come on, even if it's just pop on and you want to tell of a quest or all sorts of things. We're happy to have anyone come on. As always, rule number one is just don't be a dick. That's same rule, applies right across everything. So happy to talk to anyone about challenges, absolutely. So just throwing it out there. Anyone wants to come have a chat, let me know. All right. Where you can find us, wowchallenges.com. Definitely you will find all of the information for our Discord, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and the YouTube channels. And don't forget, if you are listening or want to listen on the podcast side of it, you can pop over. Episodes are on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher Radio. If you want to send me an email, certainly send one to podcast@wowchallenges.com. You can message me on Discord, on Twitter, Facebook, any of those things. If you can't get me, message the mods and they will pass on messages. Like, there's many places that you can find me. Okay? But if you want to talk just to me or get a message to me, certainly any of those means will get to me. Just bear with me, time zones. Sometimes I might be asleep or at work, so it might take me a bit to get back to you. But I will get back to you. Alright, Chris, where will you find me? No, where will I find you?
Well, we will find you on Twitter at Leeta.
I found you. Look.
That's exactly what I look like in real life too. I smile and then I bite people. And then I snort with a bubble. All it needs is like a coffee mug, and that is me. 100% in real life. Yes! Woo, booyah.
There we go.
Booyah! I am Twitter. I am not Twitter. I am on Twitter. And it's Chris. I am Twitter. I'm Twitter. I'm not getting paid enough. It's Chris W.
That's it.
Oh goodness, Chris.
Basically, look underneath. If you're okay, doesn't help for podcasting. I always forget. But if you're watching the video, there is look under her avatar. It's Chris W. There we go.
Right, like they would ever spell my name right if they were on podcast listening. Like, I can't find her.
I can't find her. Where is she?
Or somebody else is getting a lot of messages about WoW challenges and they have no idea what these people are talking about.
Be like, what? Exactly. And
hello,
and don't forget, you can find me on Twitter at I was going to say at WoW Challenges, obviously, but my Twitter is at Leeta Wow, which is LEETAWOW. Alright. Okay, last lot of thank yous, please.
At this point, I think we better. Big, huge thank you. I needed a smile today when I heard flowers. To Mr. Bright 01 on our intro, Nisi, Hearts of Flowers. You can find him on Discord, Mr. Bright01. And a huge thank you to Epic Insanity for our outro. You can find him on Twitter at epic_insanity, as well as the Frozen Nerds podcast.
Absolutely. Great supporters, great friends of the show. So again, thank you guys for that. They are awesome. We love them. Okay, guys. Well, everyone, I hope you have a really good, couple of weeks. Because like I said, reminder, no show next week because it is birthday weekend. And birthday weekend means no show. Basically. So everyone, please take care. Again, I know today's been pretty heavy. There's been a lot with the Blizzard lawsuit and obviously changes to the website and with the challenges. Again, if you want to get in contact and discuss anything, have any thoughts or ideas, or even look, you just want to come and have a chat on the show, please, reach out. Say hi, reach out, and we can get you on. We love talking to people. That's one of the good things about our community, and there's so many that are still playing. If you feel that you no longer want to play, then whatever your decision, enjoy whatever you're going to do, and take care. So you do what's right for you. Other than that, we will catch you in 2 weeks' time. Everyone, please stay safe, both in and out of game, wherever you may be. And we will catch you then. See you guys. Bye.
The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast. Produced by Leeta. Copyright 2021.
Alright. We will edit. There we go. My heart's still going. Isn't that such the cutest little heart? I really love that heart. I'm glad I found that one. Alright, I'll turn it off. Okay, show titles. What have we got? Dad got me a tub of butter.
That's good.
It is a massive tub of butter. It really is, but it's not butter. It's not butter. It's obviously some form of margarine. So, yeah. And you can't make buttercream with margarine. I should have, I should have twigged when it wasn't coming together. I should have just, it only realized it, just before. I was like, it's when I looked at the thing. Okay.
At least you made a boatload, and so you got rid of that much of the stuff, and then you can get your real butter.
Which, it'll be completely fine to use in, making Delaran brownie, making that kind of stuff. But for buttercream, you need butter. You need butter. So
everything's better with butter.
Oh, it is absolutely.
And bacon.
Bacon. Oh, bacon. Bacon is no meat. Yeah, so I still froze it, so I've actually got frozen because I split it into, I made a pink and purple, and I've got this bag of purple buttercream in the freezer, because I'm like, I don't want to just waste it. Surely I can use it for something, so I've got to figure out what I can actually use it for. So maybe I'll use it as an icing on a biscuit. Anyway,
their show titles are way nicer than mine. Mine was "Don't Be a Dick," and they're all cute little butter things.
Exactly. Show me the butter. Yeah. What have we got? Dad got me a tub of butter. That, or it wasn't butter. It wasn't butter. I like "Don't Be a Dick." That's pretty much it. It does fit. I think we will, yeah. I think we'll just go with that. That sounds it. Alright. Okay. Done.
Done.
Okay. I wonder... Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, guys. Well, again, take it easy. Have a great 2 weeks. I'm sure I will say this next week. Nisi, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nisi.
As well. And Chris, thank you. Thank you for hanging with me again. Appreciate
Mwah.
that. Mwah to you all. Have a great one, and have a good one. Everyone. All right, guys. See ya.